Hello, I'm Orla Allen Medium, and here are your cards for today. So the first card we have is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about where you are spinning the wheel and seeing where it lands. You're not taking control of your life. Now, I would like you to take control of your life, but I feel like there's not an awful lot of bad that's going to happen with you when you're just spinning that wheel and seeing where it lands and letting life almost carry you along. There is an element in this card where you're wise and you're knowledgeable and you know what's right and what's wrong for you. And there's also an element of where you need to find the balance, because it feels very much like you're spending too much of your nighttime awake and thinking rather than sleeping and resting and healing. The next card we have is the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands talks about where there's stability within a working environment. But I also feel with this card where there is an element that you need to listen to your gut and you need to trust what feels right for you. So if something doesn't feel right, don't do it. If something feels like you should do it, then go for it. The next card is the Death card. Now, this card is a bit of a scary card. It looks a bit scary anyway. But all this means is that a door is closing. Something's finished. Now, the image in this card makes me want to talk to you about where we need to let it go. Okay, we've got everything out of the situation that we possibly can. There's nothing left to be had. So we need to walk away from it. The next card we have is the Empress. And the Empress card is almost like your swan song. It's almost like where you give up whatever it is that you have been hanging on to with the skin of your teeth. And the Empress card is saying, right, okay, we've let that go now, and this is what you've got. And it's a big, strong, knowledgeable, wise tree. There's so much more life is given you because you have let go of whatever it is that you have been hanging on to for a long time. Moving on from that, we have the Son of Cups. And the Son of Cups talks about your emotions or your relationships. And it talks about like a naivety or like a kind of youthful vigour that you have in life, which is fantastic because it's talking about you've let go of the Death card, and the Death card very much feels like it was making you feel old, it was draining your energy, it really was playing heavy on your mind. But the Empress and the Son of Cups talks about where you've moved on from that, and it's almost like you've got a newness of life. You've got a new lease on life, I want to say, where your emotions are a lot more free to be what they want to be. You have the strength, the wisdom, and the knowledge to move into that phase, so that you can create a better future for yourself. And you also have an awful lot of strings to your bow, which means that you have choices here. You have options, and you're making those choices rather than letting life take hold of you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you again.